guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kathy. I am a second year 4th grade teacher. I'm gonna need some practice saying that. If you guys are new here, I am in my second year of teaching 4th grade now. As you guys know, last year was the craziest year because of COVID, and so there were lots of things that I didn't get to do, things that I did experience that were just different. And so this year I just wanted to film a classroom haul. I didn't do that last year. I had a ginormous amount of things last year that I brought into this classroom. Little background just on my classroom. My theme is kind of like boho, diversity, and just neutrals slash a little bit of color, I'd say. And whenever I first started setting up my classroom, my main goal was to make it comfy, cozy, but also represent my students, represent what I like. I bought a ton of things that could work in the home, but I also bought a bunch of things that worked in the classroom as well. And so if you're like me and you want to create like a comfy, cozy classroom, I would just recommend getting things that you could also use at home. Like I would buy baskets instead of container bins, or I buy pillows for my safe seat area, just random things like that. You'll find things along the way that you just enjoy and prefer in your classroom. And I did lots of DIY things too. But this year, the amount of things that I have bought has toned down so much. So I'm ready to show you guys that today. So let's get into the haul. Okay, starting off with Target. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram already, I have a highlight of my must-haves for first-year teachers. So go check that out first because I talk a lot about different things that I really loved using this year. So everything that I bought was intentional. Like I would pick it up and I would say, okay, what am I using this for? Do I have a use for it? If I didn't, I just wouldn't buy it because one, it's just a waste of money if you have all this stuff and you're not gonna use it. And two, I just have already so many different things and I know things get handed down, so I didn't want to like go crazy. I got these two bins, they're like a light pink, and I got these two, only two, because one is for lined paper and one will be for copy paper. So I keep that in my back area of my classroom, and there wasn't a section for me to do that last year, and so I thought this would be perfect. I would just label it here so my students know exactly where they can just find paper instead of asking me where it is. And then inside here I got some name decal cards. I think I'm just gonna stick these on their table for like the first week. I know that it's not gonna last forever, so that's just for the first week for me to get to know their names and for the students to kind of just get to know each other. I bought two of those. And then I also got these little all-star certificates. This would be great just to have. There are different pictures on here, like it'll say you are an all-star, awarded for trying something new, awarded for bright ideas, things like that. I think this would be a great little pick-me-up for students. I would just hand these out randomly. Great behavior management, that's just doesn't take up too much time and effort, so these will be really nice just as little surprises here and there so students can get rewarded for little things like that. The next thing I got in the dollar section spot was this poster. There are so many different things that Target came out with this year that I did not buy, but like I said, I was just being very intentional and I wanted more representation in my classroom. I already have lots of different things, like I have a flag banner, I have maps in here, I've got people of color in here, but I just wanted to make it just a little bit more. So these posters say, be the change that you want to see in the world, be kind to one another, one world, many colors. These are wall decals, so I can just put these anywhere. I might put one like above the sink, I might put one above my mirror, or just on these cabinets too. So yeah, I thought these were great and just nice to read every once in a while. Like students like looking at these things. Okay, this right here is a real staple of mine. It is a power strip. Now you might be thinking like, what the heck, why do you need that? But this last year I've noticed that like I just have a bunch of cords and there's not like a central area that has a ton of different outlets for me. And so I bought one of these. I bought another one because I do have one over by my sink area, which I have my Keurig plugged into, my microwave, my lights. So I needed a power strip, and the one that I have there is a little bit old. So I just got this from the Target spot for $5. So this is like one of my must-haves for teachers. And you guys already know what I'm busting out. I always check the borders at Target because they come through. Like I know that Target always has like really nice ones that are really affordable. So This one, wow, this one is just me all the way. Has so many different little faces on here, lots of representation. Once again, that's what I'm going for. That's like my theme. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like my main bulletin border. And so I bought a bunch of those. I also got the alphabet one. I usually put the alphabet border like around my whiteboard, like a simple type of border. And then the last one I got was the rainbow and the space themed one. I'm gonna switch up all of my borders anyway, so I just thought I would buy a ton so that I didn't run out like I did last year. I had to like flip borders over, which is also another hack. Like if you flip borders over and it's white, you can kind of design it or just use it as a white border instead. But I only bought 3 different styles instead of all of them because I knew I wouldn't use the other ones. Okay, this one I'm really excited for. These are the inserts for the table tents for small groups. So in this one, oh man, I'm like so excited for this because I'm a huge believer in small groups. I had small group for reading, I had small group for math mainly, and so I just wanted something. I always had a whiteboard back there with me, but these are going to be even nicer because they're specifically for math. So on the back, there's like subtraction tables, multiplication tables, the 10 frames, place value. I know in 4th grade we learned a lot about place value. We do 10 frames, multiplication, all those things, and there's a bunch in here. Number lines. This will just be awesome. And if I want to just have a small group and then work with them on my whiteboard and then have something like a visual on the side, this will be perfect. There's a bunch of them in here. You can just switch them out whenever you need a different one. Speaking of that, it came with this dry erase tent pocket. It looks just like that. I'm obsessed with this. I know some people didn't buy like the pockets whenever they were showing these, but I think this will be really helpful. So then, like I said, I can just set it up back there and then work on it while my kids are working on their whiteboard. So I'm very excited for this right here. Going along with that, I also got the writing plan activity sheets as well. So these ones are for reading and writing, like I just said. So there's like a story map, there's making predictions, there's informative writing, things like that. And since I know in 4th grade we've done opinion writing, we've done different essays, informative writing, things like that, I know this will come in handy just for kids to reference. Like I always had my slides up of examples or of what I wanted them to look at. Let's say they just want to come back to my back table once again for small group, they can just look at another reference back there. I think it'll be nice whenever I'm working maybe one-on-one with students and some students just want to have different references in the classroom. I think this will be great to use as well. The last thing from Target is this yoga mat. I actually got the elephant one. You can see the little picture right here. The use for this one is I had my safe seat area like back in the corner of my classroom. You'll have to watch my classroom tour to see how my classroom is set up. If you haven't already, I'll link it right here for you guys. But I had a 5 below long like hallway type of rug there, and although I loved it because it was like the perfect size, it moved so much because our floors are tile, and so it literally would just be all over the place by the time someone was done. And my rules are, if you're in the safe seat, you have to clean up after. But I always ended up being like such a perfectionist and wanted it to be like against the wall and like as smooth as possible. And so I thought, how perfect would a yoga mat be? One, if they need to just cool down there, stretch, or you know, take a little cat nap, perfect. This thing won't slide around because it's made to grip on the floor. So, and it's long, just like I want it to, and I'll still have my pillows there and different tools that they can use whenever they're in the safe seat or the calm down corner, but this is gonna come in handy as well. So I'm really excited about this, and it's easy for me to wipe down. Okay, that is all from Target. Are you surprised? I feel like I didn't get that much. Maybe that's a lot to you guys, but for me, that's like nothing. So we're gonna move on though. And the next place I will show you guys is Dollar Tree. Okay, so I only got a few of these, but they're like this cute little green. I am obsessed with this color green right now, guys. I've always loved green, but now it's like coming back in style and I'm like here for it. This one has some glitter on it. I thought these would be nice for just holding different things in the classroom. Like I always had things kind of randomly about, and so I want to get better at organization this year. So I got 3 of these. Don't have like a specific use for them yet, but I can hold like pencils. Maybe I'll put them in my drawer so then students know like where they can grab pencils. The last two things I got were some pencil sharpeners. Comes in a pack of 6, and last year I also bought a ton of these from the Dollar Tree. I love these because I have an electric pencil sharpener right now, but I always got really distracted if my students were getting up to sharpen their pencils, even though they're supposed to be sharpening them before class starts. I always just handed them one of these and said, hey, just go to the trash can, sharpen your pencil really quick. It's quiet, it's easy, and honestly, sometimes these work better than the electrical sharpeners. So I found this was like really helpful, and I just gave them to my students whenever they needed them. Last thing from Dollar Tree are these magnets. I thought these would be great little arrows for my whiteboard that I have up here. I like teach on my whiteboard actually like 90% of the time, because my smartboard I use as like a visual up there on like what we're doing, what subject it is, directions on the board. And so I always use my whiteboard to teach whole group lessons. And so I thought this would be great to have magnets just to point to things. They also had some at the dollar spot, but I just didn't get them, so I got them at the dollar store instead. The next store is Tuesday Morning. I don't know if everyone has a Tuesday Morning, but I would say it's similar to a Marshall's and like a Five Below hybrid. I don't really know, but I just found a few different things. So the first thing are these little containers. I know that you can buy like a huge pack at Michael's and like huge bins, colored bins, but I just found these, and it's a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is perfect. I have a bunch of task cards that I would like to print off, and just like little postcards that I want to print off. I thought these were the perfect size to fit those things, just to keep me organized, and I got them in clear so that I'd be able to see what those things were without labeling them if I didn't want to. So these are great. This was only $5.99, so I love that. And the last thing from Tuesday Morning, scrapbook paper. Now, if you guys have watched my classroom setups or my classroom tour, you guys know that I'm huge on scrapbook paper. I use this for so many things, like different backgrounds for posters or pictures, or I even use it as background for my student work as well. Last year, I had like a bunch of different prints. I really liked that theme, but this year I thought I would just keep it more solid colors, just to tie in different things. Like I wanted their work to pop more, and so I figured if I just stuck with neutral colors or solid colors, it'd be easier for the eye and easier for their work to pop. This is a huge pack. I think it's like 48 pieces of paper, and it was $15, which is kind of expensive, but I know scrapbook paper is just, I think it got cut off, but I was just saying that scrapbook paper is really high quality, and I literally found myself using scrapbook paper all year long. Happy planner. So they actually sent me a ton of stuff. I made like a Instagram highlight of all the things that they sent me, but I am so excited to just be organized and just get my life together again using a planner. I'm definitely like paper to pen kind of person. Digital planners, I just know that I won't look back on it if it's a digital planner. Happy Planner is always so cute. And they always go on sale too. Like if you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, they're always on sale, and you kind of have to go fast because I feel like they get sold out so quickly. This one says, teaching is my jam. It's the bigger planner because I like seeing things a little better. It is such a nice and cute planner. I'm just gonna show you guys the accessories that come with it. So I have like stickers, washi tape. I've got even more stickers for like labeling things whenever things are important. Like there's a bunch of different things on here just to help you plan a little bit better. It comes also with more inserts, which I really like about the Happy Planner. It's customizable. So I have this one where there's like test assignments, today's goals, different notes that you can just write on. All right, that is all for my classroom haul. Like I said, it isn't a ton of stuff, but I feel like I got really good things for this year, and I'm sure I'm still gonna be shopping for different things that I like that I want to switch out. Yeah, you guys will just have to tune into my classroom setup videos where I utilize all of this stuff and go into more detail of how I'm setting up and how I'm going to just rearrange my classroom. Please like this video if you're ready for classroom setup videos, and if you enjoyed watching this one. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below. It really helps support my channel. And yeah, if you have any questions about anything I got or anything about my classroom, please comment them down below. I would love to answer all of your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.